Alright, some very strange things happened on October 16th this year in relation to the number 218. Let's start with this. I found a DVD in a bargain bin, and it was of a movie called The Final Girls. What caught my eye was that one of the characters on the cover was wearing a sports jersey displaying the number 218. My longtime subscribers probably know why that got my attention. I made a lot of videos about the number 218. So at the end of this video, I'll probably show you some brief shots from the movie, and I'll definitely leave a few links in the description box. But the 218 really got my attention. So I bought the DVD, did a little digging, and check this out. I did a Google search for The Final Girls official trailer, and the top result was a trailer that released on 21st of August, a date which can appear as 21/8. According to Wikipedia, the first official trailer was released on 21/8. And again, there was the big 218 on the cover of the DVD that I found. Now, there's probably alternate versions of the movie, but just search around some images, you will see the 218 on his shirt. Now, like I said, I'll leave some links with some clips. But the 218 actually had a more important role to play that day. As I said, I found this movie in the bargain bin on October 16th this year. Now, there's no way to prove to any of you that I found this movie on that date. That part you can take or leave. But this year on October 16th, the internet was telling me that the coronavirus death toll for the United States that day was estimated at 218,000. And get this, there was a span of 218 days from when Trump declared a national emergency till October 16th. Span meaning including the ending date. So from March 13th, when Trump declared the national emergency, till October 16th, span of 218 days. See, the World Health Organization declared coronavirus a pandemic on March 11th this year, but a couple of days later, March 13th, is when President Trump declared a national emergency. So anyway, I found out that the world premiere of The Final Girls occurred 5 years ago on March 13th of all days. That's crazy. The Final Girls premiere was on the date March 13th, and it enters my consciousness on October 16th. Check out the span of days from March 13th till October 16th. Including the ending date, there was a span of 218 days, just like the number on the DVD cover. Anyway, not to get too far off track, but I got to point out that Pope Francis was elected on the date March 13th, and Pope John Paul II was elected on the date October 16th. I bring that up because there is a bit of religious theme that some might pick up on here.
Oh, Jesus! Joined by Adam Devine.
The guy wearing the 218 on his shirt is an actor who goes by the name Adam Devine.
And today we're joined by Adam Devine.
Again, there was Adam Devine. Was it Divine? Adam of the Vine? So his last name is curious, but his first name, Adam, makes me think of the first human to be created. According to the Holy Bible, it was Adam. But the actor with the 218 on his shirt, his last name is Divine. That's a lot like the word divine, D-I-V-I-N-E. Here's one definition of the word divine. Divine, of, from, or like God. Anyway, I looked up Adam Devine's birthday, and as it turns out, his birthday is November 7th, which is it was a span of 2 months and 18 days after the first movie trailer that was published on 21st of August. I'll leave links in the description box. but 21st of August is a date which can appear as 21/8, like 218. And this was a bit strange, but before I saw the film, I wanted to know the name of the character wearing the 218 on his shirt. So when I Googled the cast of the Final Girls, it says Adam Devine, Kurt. Notice it says Kurt twice. That's not a typo. I thought it was a mistake at first. Gematria is interesting, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody who actually wants to watch this movie. It's a stupid movie, but the Final Girls movie is about people who get trapped inside another movie. So there's a movie within a movie. So that's why, if you look up the cast, some of the cast members have the double first name. That's why Adam Devine, Kurt. Call this a stretch, but using English ordinal gematria, Adam Devine, Kurt equals 218. Again, he wears the 218 in almost every scene he's in the Final Girls. Only scene he's taken off his clothes to have sex. But just remember that divine is spelled differently than divine, like as in of God. Some will call this a stretch too, but if we use a cipher called Francis Bacon, capitalize the first letter of each word, the Final Girls. Capital T, capital F, capital G. The Final Girls equals 218. Now, to be fair, the reason this can be called a stretch is because the title appears in all capital letters on the DVD I found. But seriously, I had to point this out because you gotta admit, it is quite common to capitalize the first letter of each word when referencing a movie title. It's just as legit as the all caps. In fact, try this yourself. Do an internet search with those words, The Final Girls. Notice how many results come up with the first letter of each word capitalized. One last bit here. Notice in the reverse satanic cipher, The Final Girls equals 666. Many people might think of 666 as the number of the beast from the Holy Bible, right? Well, the King James Version words it a bit differently. It says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666." Again, that was 666. You should go to gematrinator.com. It has a gematria calculator and date calculations and whatnot. But I want you to go and type those words into the gematria calculator. 666 as words. Select these ciphers: English ordinal, Jewish, and reverse full reduction EP. Notice in English ordinal, the word 666 equals 313, kind of like March 13th. And then we have the reverse full reduction EP value, 218. I showed you those values on screen a second ago, but I didn't show you the Jewish, which was 1610. Kind of like the date, the 16th of October. Can be written 1610. And from March 13th, 313, till the 16th of October is a span of 218 days. I'm going to cut this video short soon, but I've already thought about this, but I want to see what you folks think. So, why is the character wearing the 218 on his jersey? I mean, it's not a little detail that someone would miss. It's not arbitrary. Sports jerseys have lots of different numbers, but when it's a number that's that large, like it's a 3-digit number, often you see 2-digit numbers, 1-digit number, but this is a large number, and it has to be some meaning behind it. Like perhaps it represents the area code of Duluth, Minnesota's area code 218, but there's no mention of Minnesota in the Final Girls movie. So other than gematria, Bible symbolism, and date calculations, I find no reason for the 218 to be there. I know some of you like researching and connecting dots, so please, if anyone can figure something out about this and wants to share their thoughts, please leave the comments below. I will leave you with this. Whether we're talking about movies or songs or other artists' renditions, no detail is arbitrary. In many cases, details given to us, such as number on a t-shirt or time on a clock or a certain date on a calendar, in many cases, such details are well thought out to fit the narrative. It's a clever way to fit into the story. Now, sometimes I suppose it could be subliminal. It's definitely subliminal in many cases, but it could be maybe not intentional by the artist. It could be their subconscious letting it seep through. But there's no doubt that we can analyze The Final Girl, and we could absolutely come up with more reasons for the 218. It came of no surprise that Adam Devine's birthday was a span of 2 months, 18 days after the first trailer released on 21st of August, 218. And if we're not calling that a mere coincidence, one might suggest that Adam Devine was chosen because of his birthday or whatever. I'm not going to tell you that I know exactly why it worked out as it did. I do have my speculations, but why is it that this movie, The Final Girls, with all its 218 connections, came into my consciousness on October 16th, 218 days after the anniversary when its world premiere occurred? Remember, the estimated number of coronavirus deaths in the United States was 218,000 the day I found The Final Girls. And you could say that the 218,000 is bogus. I'm not going to argue with you. And I cannot explain why I found this movie on that specific day. Nobody led me to the bargain bin. It wasn't staring me in the face. Nobody showed me the movie. I was going through a bargain bin for several minutes when I found it. So anyways, I'm going to leave this video. I'm just going to show you a few short clips from that movie, The Final Girl.